Hey there. So, if you're a high school student who loves art and design, you already know things are changing, like really fast. Today, we're going to talk about how you can find your way through this amazing shifting landscape, from making a portfolio that really pops to figuring out what on earth artificial intelligence means for your art. Okay, let's dive right in. Being a young artist today is, well, it's a whole different ballgame. You're facing challenges and questions that artists even 10 years ago just didn't have to think about. It's a completely new creative frontier out there. You've got that spark, right? That passion. You could spend hours just creating stuff. But then that huge question hits you. What's next? I mean, how do you take this thing you love to do and actually turn it into a real solid future? And that leads to these three big hurdles. One, how do I build a portfolio that actually gets me noticed by a college or a client? Two, how do I find my own voice instead of just copying what's trendy? And then there's the big one, of course. What is the deal with AI? Is it here to help me or replace me? Yeah, it can feel like a lot to handle. But what if you had a roadmap? A guide that was specifically made to help you navigate this modern creative world with confidence, knowing exactly where you're going. That's the kind of framework we're digging into today. We're looking at an interactive e-learning program that was built from the ground up to be that exact guide for the next wave of artists and designers, for you. And what's cool is how laser-focused it is. We're talking specifically to high school students. This means the material tackles the exact stuff you're dealing with right now, getting ready for college applications, thinking about careers, and especially if you're that person who's curious about how tech is changing everything. So let's pop the hood and see how this thing actually builds your skill set. We're going to break down the creative toolkit that a program like this offers to someone just like you. So the curriculum is really smart about this. It's not just about technique, it's about strategy. It helps you find your own artistic voice so you don't look like everyone else. It connects you to art history so your work has some depth. And yeah, it pushes you to play with mixed media and, crucially, to get really comfortable with new tech. And a huge piece of that tech puzzle is tackling AI head-on. First things first, just understanding what it even is. Generative AI. Just think of it as a smart system that can create brand new things. Images, designs, you name it, all based on the instructions you give it. Now, this is where it gets really interesting. It's all about how you frame it. Instead of seeing AI as this big, scary competitor, this whole approach reframes it as something totally different. Your own personal creative assistant. And this really gets to the heart of it. The conversation totally shifts from this fear of being replaced to this excitement of being enabled. The core idea is that AI isn't here to make you obsolete. No way. It's a powerful tool that can seriously supercharge your research, help you brainstorm wild new ideas, and even help you in the creation process itself. But look, mastering digital tools is only half the story. A program like this also focuses on sharpening the most important tool you'll ever have, your own mind. And it uses a really unique method to develop your critical eye. Because here's the secret. Great art isn't just about how well you can draw or use software. It's about perception. It's about how you see and interpret the world around you. And that's why there's this unique module dedicated to helping you learn to see in a way that truly sets great artists apart. It literally teaches you to become a kind of visual detective. The idea is to practice noticing the tiny details in your everyday life that most people just walk past. To constantly be asking why. Why does that sign use that font? Why is that shadow that color? And then you learn to connect all those clues to build powerful new ideas for your own work. Oh, right, so you've built up your tech skills, you know how to use AI, and you've sharpened your mind like a detective. So what? Where does it all lead? What's the ultimate payoff? It all comes down to this. The whole point is to create a strong, professional portfolio that actually tells a story. This thing right here, this is the key that's going to unlock doors to colleges, to internships, and to your whole creative future. And we're not talking about just a random folder of your greatest hits. No, this portfolio is a strategic weapon. It's designed to prove that you've found your unique niche. It shows off that you can use modern tools like AI, and it's physical evidence of your sharp, detective-like creative thinking. It's the launchpad for your future. So in the end, this is all about you taking control. The tools are out there, the path is getting clearer, and your creative future isn't something that just happens to you. It's something you get to build yourself. So the only question left is, are you ready to start building?